What is up, everybody? This is Ramon Torres, the educator at School Your Brain, and I have a special treat for you. I am going to show you how to make attendance automatic using Google Meets. You're going to love this, so stick around so you can learn how to do that. Step one, you're going to go to the Chrome Web Store, and when you open it up, you're going to go to Search the Store, and in here, I already searched it, but you're going to type in attendance for Google Meet. Then you hit enter, and then you're gonna pick the second one here, but basically you want the icon with the hand up like that, attendance for Google Meet. I'm gonna click there. I'm gonna put add to Chrome, and then add the extension. Step number two, you're gonna open up a new Google Sheet, and you'll want to import a list of your students. In this case, you can see here I have my student names in the order of first name and last name, and it's already separated. But in the case that your list doesn't look like that when you import it, I'm going to show you how you can do that. So I created another sheet, and you can see here that, like in my example, when I did my attendance, it was last name comma first name. So in this case, I'm going to highlight the students, click on data, go down to split text to columns, and boom, it automatically separates the two. Then you highlight the last names, move it over to the right of the first names, and then I just move it back, and I rename this first name, last name. And now you have your attendance list. And at the bottom of the tab, you could rename it. So the sheet, I'm going to rename this as class number 1. But in your case, you could rename it to whatever is going to make it easier to identify whatever period you're dealing with in the moment. So in other words, you want to be able to identify which class you are going to be working with in Google Meets very quickly. So in my case, like I have group 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that's how I know which students should be attending my class. Step number 3, you're going to open up a Google Meet session. So hit join or start a meeting, and give your meeting a name. I'll just put down meeting for simplicity. Then you're going to hit join now. And you're going to see, since you already have your add-on installed, it's going to ask you to select a class, and we don't have any classes clearly, so I'm going to add a new class. So click on add class, and I'm going to call this one class 1 because that's the roster that I just completed. And now it's going to ask you for the student names. So you're going to go back to your attendance list. It's already organized, first name, last name. I'm going to hit Control C to copy that. Go back, paste it, and boom, you can see all of the student names are already separated for me. Then I'm going to hit save. And you can add more classes the same exact way I showed you, but I'm going to hit later for now. And then I'm going to close the meeting session. And now you can see up here there's an icon. You just camera. Up here you can see we have an icon that says take attendance. So when I click on that, it has my class already there. And I need to select that class to make sure that I'm going to be taking attendance for the class that I'm working with. And you'll notice when you add more classes, you're going to be able to select whatever class you have in your current meeting. So I hit class 1, and now you can see currently it says all of these people are not present. And this is what it's going to look like when your students start to join the classroom. So according to the information here, you can see that red is going to say that the student is absent. Yellow means that they were present, but then they left. Green check marks means that they're present. And then a gray mark, so if you see something as gray, that means they're present, so your student is joined the meeting, but they're not on your attendance list, which I found very useful because a lot of the time students will show up to my class when they're not supposed to be with me. And previously I spent a lot of time just figuring out, okay, are they even supposed to be with me? Because you're not seeing them physically, so it's a lot more different when you're doing distance teaching that you can't really tell quickly if they're supposed to be in your class. So I found that feature very useful. And the fact that you have green check marks when they're present was really, really good. And then the red X lets me know they're not there, because I spent a lot of time like triple quadruple checking my attendance list, and then I'll do a roll call and ask everybody, okay, is this person here? Is this person here? Now I could just do a quick check. Boom, red, they're not here. End of story. That saves me so much time. So that's why I was like, I had to make this video to share this with you. And that's pretty much it. That's all you have to do for your attendance. And another feature I want to point out, once you're in your class list, if you look here, if I click on export, it's going to create a Google Sheet. And at the bottom here of the screen, you can see it successfully exported it. So I'm going to hit open. And now you can see you get some data about the class. And you can see none of my students were present. But it does tell you when a student comes in, when a student leaves, how many times they joined. So I haven't used this yet, this export feature, but so far what I'm thinking this might be good for is, let's say you have a fire drill and for some reason you just have to do this list, right? Because you might have people in class and some people might be at home at the same time. So during a fire drill, you need to know who's present physically and who's supposed to be at home and who's present at home. So if you export it, you'll be able to tell who are your kids that are online. So I think that's one of the features that I might be able to use that for, just to know who's supposed to be online, who's present online. And then I can have a separate attendance list for the people that are in class. And I hope this will be very helpful to you. So if you liked it, definitely hit that like button. Leave a comment if there's anything I left out. So let me know in the comments if I left anything out that you want to know more about. And definitely subscribe so you can get any of the new videos that I decide to upload. So I don't have to reach out to you. You could just, get the information automatically as soon as it's uploaded. Okay? Oh, and don't forget to visit my website, schoolyourbrain.com. It's something that's, it's still in development. However, if you go there and subscribe, I'll be able to give you more updates on anything that I do come across. It's basically a website I plan to dedicate to helping teachers. And it's going to be a place where I'm going to organize a lot of information, like, for example, these technology tips, or it could be stuff for motivation for kids and motivation for teachers, and anything that I come across in my research on psychology, to make things easier for your life as a teacher. Okay? So I hope this helps, and just want to say I'll see you next time.